Okay, our first lesson in algebra, we had better revise some of the algebraic terms and some of the vocabulary that's used. So, algebraic terms are made up of variables. Now, variables are letters, x, y, a, b, whatever letter you want to use, and they're unknown. Now, a constant is known, and they are just numbers. 5, -2, they are called constants. And the number in front of a variable is called the coefficient. Now that means if you could have a number and then a letter, and the number in front of the letter is called the coefficient. And this would be the coefficient of x is 2. And the constant could be any number. Well, there's two examples, 5 and -2, could be 4, 3, 2/3, fractions, anything, as long as it's just a number or a fraction, it is a constant. Now, algebraic expressions are formed by adding or subtracting terms. So if we put the 2x and the +4 together, we'd get an algebraic expression of 2x plus 4. And that is an expression. Now, how do you write words in math symbols? Okay, let's do the same with letters as you do with numbers. So how do you write 2 more than 5? So we'd have 5 and we add 2 to it. So that's how we'd write that. How do you write 2 more than a? Okay, so instead of 5 we're going to put a. So that would be a plus 2. How do you write the product of 5 and 7? Product means multiply. So we would go 5 times 7. Now do the same with letters as you do with numbers. How do you write the product of m and 7? So instead of 5 we're going to put m times 7. Now here it's just protocol to put the number in front of the letter. And so we put the 7 first and we don't need the times sign. So m times 7 is exactly the same as 7m, and that is the preferred way to write it. How do you write 10 reduced by 4? 10 take away 4. How do you write a reduced by 4? Same with numbers, letters as you do with numbers. So it's just a, take away 4, or -4. How do you write 4 times a number with 5 added? Now we know 4 times a number. Let's just call the number, we don't know what it is, so it's a variable. We'll give it the letter y. 4 times a number, so 4 times y, and I write it as 4y. And with 5 added. How do you write x subtract 4 and the result multiplied by 3? Now we have to do that bit first because the result is multiplied by 3. So we go x subtract 4 and you have to put a bracket around it. Now we could go times 3, but once again in algebra, if you have a number right up close to a bracket or next to a bracket, it means multiply, and that is the preferred way to write it. Okay, now let's have a look what substitution means. It means replacing a variable with a number and then working it out. So let's work out a few. If y is 4, work out or evaluate y plus 8. So I've told you that y is 4, so we just substitute in 4 for y and add 8, and we get 12. Let's try the next one. If m is 5, evaluate 2m minus 3. Now we already know that the 2 in front of the m means multiply. So 2 times 5, take away 3, 10 take away 3, which is 7. Okay, the next one. We've got 3 variables in it. It's okay. If A is 3, B is 2, and C is 4, evaluate. Now that means A times B minus C. So it will be 3 times 2 minus 4. 3 2s are 6, because you know you've got to do times before you do take away. 3 2s are 6 minus 4, and that is equal to 2. Okay, the last one's a wee bit trickier, but just take one step at a time. X is 7, Y is 4, and Z is negative 3. Let's substitute the numbers in first. So we go 2 times 7, because X is going to be 7. Y is 4, plus 4, divided by negative 3. Now let's work the top line out first. 2 7s are 14, plus 4 is 18. 18 divided by negative 3. Well, 18 divided by 3. 3 times what is 18? 3 6s are 18. But as the signs are unlike, we get a negative 6.